Hello everyone, my name is Andrea Hrabalová from the Bioinstitute and I will be in charge for a case study in the Czech Republic as a part of the UNISECO project. Let me introduce our case study focusing on improvement of soil properties on arable land by maintaining organic dairy farming in the Vysočina region. The Czech case study investigates organic dairy farms with a significant share of arable land as an example of agro-ecological farming system. The Vysočina region was selected as the case study area. It's the main area of milk production in the Czech Republic and also organic milk. As a result of intensive production, Vysočina became the second most affected region by erosion. Organic matter is declining and the soil is losing its quality. The case study focused on finding the solution to the key dilemma: how to maintain good performance of arable land management in organic dairy farms in the Vysočina region while ensuring their economic viability. So the main sustainability issue is maintaining, improving the soil quality, reached in several aspects, and at the same time economic sustainability of organic dairy farming system, currently quite fragile. A number of actors have been involved in addressing this dilemma by creating a multi-actor platform. And I would like to take this opportunity to thank all the members involved. The transition to organic farming in the case of dairy farms in Vysočina means a significant change in land use. The main share of arable land is covered by crops improving soil fertility and crops for fodder purposes, while cash crops like wheat decreased. Legumes, intermediate crops, and undersowing are more often used. The use of land has been adapted to ensure the self-sufficiency of animal feed. At the same time, the farmers don't use pesticides and inorganic fertilizers. These were substituted by a selection of resistance crops and multi-annual crop rotations, by nitrogen-fixing crops, and by manure used from dairy cows. The aim is to achieve a closed cycle of nutrients. Organic dairy farms introduced several farming practices, significantly reducing the risk of soil and water pollution and improving arable soil properties. A higher share of soil improving crops supports the organic matter in the soil and its water retention capacity, which also increases the farm's resilience in the dry years. However, the low share of market crops reduce arable land productivity compared to the conventional period. This increases the dependence on animal production, especially the sale of organic milk, and increases the economic vulnerability of organic dairy farms. To further specify the sustainability implication, organic dairy farms and typical conventional farms as a baseline were analyzed with the tool SMART. From the environmental point of view, organic dairy farms contribute significantly more to biodiversity. They have a more favorable effect on water, soil, and air quality. In terms of economic performance, farms achieve similar values, with the exception of product quality, where organic certification has an advantage. Although according to official statistics, the economic performance is comparable to conventional farms. Organic farms show even a slightly higher profit per hectare, but with the lower investments, lower wages, and financial reserves. Also, subsidies are a significant part of income. Interviews with farmers showed that the transition and the maintenance of organic farming is challenging and requires overcoming a number of barriers. A major obstacle was uncertainty of long-term sales and obtaining a price premium for organic milk. One of the reasons is the underdeveloped market for organic products. Farmers created a sale cooperative to be able to enter the market, but the fragility remained. Another major obstacle is the gaps in knowledge and experience in organic farming. Other barriers are need for investment, especially in technologies for land operations, post-harvest treatment, processing. Other barriers mentioned were lack of workforce, mainly experienced and convinced employees, more complex logistics due to greater distance to organic milk processors, also lack of general incentives for farm transition to more sustainable forms of agriculture. Some farmers reported high competition for land and limited possibility to expand. During the stakeholders' discussion, it became clear that farmers can improve their economics, and three actions were proposed, focusing in overcoming the knowledge gaps by sharing experience and transferring knowledge to improve production and sales efficiency. Inviting other actors to cooperation, processors, traders, local government, consumers, to act more strategically on the milk market. And finally, keeping added value by building processing and organize common cooperation in sales. All the mentioned strategies rely on strengthening cooperation between farmers. Although all the stakeholders feel the value of cooperation, the capacity for cooperation is limited. Farmers tend to wait for someone else to initiate it. For this reason, the strategies discussed were considered as unlikely to be implemented in the near future without appropriate policy and market incentives. Within existing and forthcoming policies, the interviewed stakeholders prioritized two instruments with the greatest potential to address the case study dilemma: support for advice targeted to organic farming, and green public procurement with a requirement of certain percent purchase of organic food. The precondition for the successful use of these selected policies is again cooperation between farmers and, in the case of green public procurement, other actors in the whole food system. In the case of absence of good experience with cooperation, the policy role should be in training and advisors, in facilitation of farmers' cooperation, to be able to cope with the knowledge sharing on the more effective organic farming and as well market conditions. Finally, there are key lessons from the case study. greater transfer of knowledge and experience is needed, since farmers are the direct decision maker on the adoption of agro-ecological practices. Involvement of actors in the whole food system is needed, stimulated by specific incentives. And investing efforts in cooperation and capacity building is needed to facilitate necessary changes. Supporting local initiatives or facilitators is important to start the change. Thank you all for listening, and in case of more questions about the Czech case study, please don't hesitate to contact us. Thank you and bye.